bitches.
Please welcome
Virgin Mornings
Love the mornings.
with Adam Wylde, TJ, and Jax.
Very fun, isn't it?
Okay.
Welcome to the very first Where's My Money Monday.
Oh, my gosh.
And you're probably going, I don't know what the hell that is. You will. Where's My Money Monday is going to be the next Monday tradition. It's going to be the thing that we do every Monday from now on at 8 o'clock. And I'm telling you about this right now because I need you to know. I need you to come back to the station at 8 o'clock. Like, let's say you're on the road right now. You're getting up right now.
Yeah.
Don't forget 8 o'clock this morning. You know when you lend your friend money and they're like, yeah, I'll get you back. And they never do?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to call them and find out why.
We're going to accost them.
It makes my body feel hot
Yes.
and
So
uncomfortable.
that starts at 8 o'clock. So I'm just telling the early morning crew, you're a part of it. If you're here, if you can hear my voice right now, 8 o'clock today. Let's check in with the crew. TJ, what's on your mind?
I had a very neurotic TJ moment last night. So I'm doing all my prep work before going to bed. I'm laying out my clothes. I'm getting my breakfast ready for the morning. And my girlfriend says, hey, why don't I make you eggs?
Okay.
And then you can just take them with you to work. And I said, no, because I make my eggs a certain way. That is a direct quote. And as the words escape my mouth, I realized that's an odd thing to say, and she roasted me about it, as she should.
What's different about the way you make eggs?
I scramble my eggs, but here's the thing, is you don't do small chunks of scrambled eggs, you do big chunks. But instead of explaining that to her, I just said, no, I do it my way. So,
Wow, that's that's a lovable trait.
Yo, if I was her, though, I'd be like, great, as less I
Yeah,
have to do.
sure,
That's
sure.
awesome. Jax, what's up with you?
Gentlemen, it was different yesterday.
What was?
I walked through Trinity Bellwoods and you could feel the seasons change, okay?
Really?
The leaves were gently falling. The drum circle was a little quieter. So I want you to know that autumn is truly
It's
happening.
coming.
Yeah, a little
It
quieter. And if
sure
you guys
is
want to
coming.
pop by, still got a couple days left of summer.
I'm just going to say, I'm sure there's
Come
a
on,
few
guys.
extra spaces now.
Yeah,
It's not going to be
yeah.
like Trinity stock like there was earlier this year.
No, it was still packed.
Oh, was
Like,
it?
let's
Oh,
be
okay.
honest.
All right.
Yeah,
Adam.
yeah.
Producer Jesse, what's up?
Friday was really tough. It was the end of the Toronto Raptors season. I did not take it easy, but it had to come to an end. I just want to thank the guys for a great run.
Agreed.
You know, it was the
Agreed.
championship run that lasted the longest ever for any pro sports team because
Yeah.
of the pandemic.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
great job, Raps.
You know what? It was they were all heart and soul this year, and sometimes it just doesn't come together, and it's a shame because a lot of those guys are free agents now. It might be the last time we see that whole group together. So
Yeah.
it was a nice last series. Jax, I know especially you are
Listen.
moved in this room.
Listen, nobody can stop the old gang coming back together, as they always say.
Well, contracts might, but anyway, we'll worry about that later. Hey, so Destroy Your Debt is still happening, obviously. 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock this morning, we've got keywords for you to win $100,000. Just a tidy sum of money.
Picture perfect, you don't need no filter.
And this is what's trending right now.
The Toronto Isolation Center is open and looks pretty slick. The center is for people with COVID or at risk of getting someone sick in their household, and the doors opened on September 12th. So they say this is a place for people to self-isolate and feel safe at the same time. So just for example, let's say you tested positive for COVID, you live in a family, maybe somebody that works in healthcare, and you don't want to put anybody else at risk. You can put yourself in the center, and then you can like get better there and not worry about your family or whoever you live with. It's actually a really good idea. Toronto Public Health will offer the option to go there, but it's completely voluntary, and they haven't revealed the exact location of it, but it looks like a redone hotel. Like they released some photos of it, and I've honestly stayed in worse looking resorts.
Yeah, it looks
Really?
really,
Oh, it
really
looks
nice.
beautiful.
Looks luxe.
Great.
Yeah, no word yet if you can get mimosas, but I would imagine you can. Justin Bieber has been teasing something for this Friday, and it's probably new music. And I say that because he tweeted out a link for a website called jbsoon.com, which allows you to pre-save something on Spotify. So, you know,
Yeah.
Spotify has music.
Yeah.
One
it's
believes
music.
that there's new music coming from Justin Bieber on Friday, and the picture's like him walking down the road. It looks kind of interesting, but
Maybe it's a country song.
I would love that.
Country Bieber.
Country Bieber.
He would probably be one of the only artists that could pull it off.
Yeah, I think he could do it.
Yeah, he could do whatever he wants.
Do whatever he wants if he tries hard and believes in himself. You know that putting up Christmas decorations is going to make you happier? This is according to experts. So Steve McCowan, a psychoanalytical expert, believes in a world full of stress and anxiety, people like to associate things that make them happy. And Christmas decorations evoke strong feelings of childhood. So the decorations are simply an anchor or pathway to those feelings. So he's saying that putting them up early, especially with what's been going on this year, might actually put you in a way better mood.
I mean, there could be worse things to do. And some, like a nice Christmas wreath.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great way for your neighbors to just...
stop it.
to find out who's nuts among them.
Just be nice to each other. Like, stop it.
I dated the girl that started listening to Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas the day September 1st hit. Yeah, it didn't work out.
I can't imagine why.
Yeah, definitely nothing to do with that. That's what's trending. I'm TJ.
All right. Destroy your debt. $100,000 for all the Christmas decorations you want. You can get crazy. You can be like one of those houses on TLC when they have those Christmas light wars.
You could buy a gold wreath.
You could do whatever you want.
What is with you and wreaths?
Now,
I think that they're nice.
7 o'clock and 8 o'clock, keywords. You're going to need them to text it back in. And you have to listen at 7 o'clock to hear that keyword. So be ready, because in 70 minutes, that's what we're going to do.
It's like strawberries.
This is Virgin Mornings with Adam Wylde, TJ, and Jax.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
It's tough out here for Dr. Phil. Because
Always has been.
We keep calling him Daddy on TikTok. I'm not sure if you know this or not, but Dr. Phil has a TikTok, and he gives Dr. Phil advice.
Of course he does.
You know, in his Dr. Phil way. The problem is that, as an inside joke, I guess, everybody has started calling him Daddy, and it's to the point. It's to the point now where there isn't a comment on his thread that doesn't say, you know, hi, Daddy, whatever you say, Daddy, okay, Daddy. And like, then finally he put up a video, and the caption of the video is, you have to stop commenting Daddy on my posts. And here's what he said. Yeah. Hang on.
No.
We're having issues with the computers
You know
this
what?
morning.
It's Monday for the computer as well. That's okay.
I hate
That's
these
okay.
You have to stop commenting Daddy on all of my posts. I ain't your daddy. I hate to break it to you, but I ain't your daddy.
The background
and your
music.
real daddy's probably getting his feelings hurt. I appreciate the support. It's a little weird, but I do appreciate the support. You have
7 million likes.
I
It has 7 million likes.
I was in LA a few years ago, and on Hollywood Boulevard, there's always people out offering you tickets to things, and we were offered Dr. Phil tickets.
Why didn't you go?
So I had to fly out that night, and I was like, it was like in the morning, and I was like, like maybe I can squeeze this in. To go to the show is like a 6-hour commitment.
Good.
Yeah, 6. So I couldn't pull it off, and it's haunted me every single day.
I would
wanted
love
to be
to go to that.
in the live audience. Yeah.
I should have chased that
That's so
feeling.
cool. I could have seen Daddy live. Yeah.
2020 has taken so much from us.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't know if I can take Phil taking Daddy away from us.
Yeah.
I'm reading some of the comments right now.
They're so
Sorry about that, Daddy. Sorry, Father. I will. No, I'll never snitch on you, Daddy. Oh my God, you blocked me on Instagram for doing this in 2013, Daddy.
That was before it was good.
God, TikTok rules. It's Virgin Radio.
If I woke up,
Friend has booked a wedding venue, and you know for a fact that it's awful. It could be the food. It could be the experience that you had with a wedding that was there before, or maybe you have another friend that used that wedding venue and is like, never use this venue.
Yeah, it smells.
Do you tell your friend? They've already booked it. They put the deposit down. Do you tell your friend? Or you just kind of let them go and go, it's not my problem. Because you don't want to be that person if they've fallen in love with that venue. Now, TJ, you're in the uncomfortable spot right now.
Yeah, a friend of mine just got engaged not too long ago, a couple months, and they just booked their wedding venue. They're really excited about it, so I was talking to them on the phone. They're like, oh yeah, we booked this place. It's really awesome. So, okay, great. I was telling my girlfriend about it. I was like, so-and-so booked their wedding venue. And I told her the name of the place, and she like stopped in her tracks. And she goes, they didn't like put the deposit down yet, did they? And I said, yeah, I think it's pretty official now. She goes, I've heard nothing but bad things about this place. And I was like, okay, well, maybe this is like just a Val thing. So saw some friends this weekend, and I told them the same thing. And again, they stopped in their tracks and were like, you need to tell them that this place sucks. Like, you cannot let your friend get married here.
So what do you do?
I don't know. Well, I'm like, you already have the deposit down, right?
I don't tell them.
That's what I was thinking.
Straight up, I stay out of it.
Yeah.
You can't, because the thing is, they like it for a reason. And for me, it's sort of like, that's their wedding. You let them do it. And if it sucks, they chose it. Like, I don't want to get involved. Because here's the thing. Weddings are essentially this. It's a dinner party with too many feelings.
Yeah.
And too many people weighing in on those things with their feelings. And so for me, I'm backing off.
So I figured you would say that, and I'm in the same camp because I'm also like, well, you got to do your research, and if you miss the bad reviews, it's your fault. But I wanted to ask Jax this because I feel like she would see the complete other side of the argument.
Ring, ring. It's the truth telephone. What they're going to do with the truth that you give them is completely up to them. But you have to tell them, especially like if you have bad news about this place. Like, better safe than sorry. Tell them the reviews that you've heard. So then maybe something's workable with the deposit. But like, just blatant honesty, always and forever. Blatant honesty.
I'm guessing there's nothing you can do with the deposit because those places are notoriously pretty aggressive with keeping it. Are they not?
But maybe you'll save them a lot more money and time because the wedding's going to be a mess. You know what I mean?
So we got a text from the 905 here from Ajax Pickering. Absolutely tell them.
Yes.
This is your friend.
Yeah.
You want them to have the best wedding ever. Yeah, but do you want to be at that wedding? Because this is a great way to get uninvited. I'm just throwing that out there.
Adam just doesn't like going to weddings. That's why.
Oh, no. Believe me, if this got me uninvited, I would tell them. There's a lot. I have one suit, okay? So give us a shout. Let us know what you think.
Is Virgin Mornings with Adam Wylde, TJ, and Jax.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
Your friend books a wedding venue. You know the wedding venue sucks. You know that it sucks. TJ, this is the situation he is in. His friend has booked a wedding venue. TJ knows that it sucks. And it's actually because your girlfriend Val has been, right?
Yeah. She's been, and I ran it by a couple friends, and they had also been, and like, it's just not the best reviews. But
what would you do if you were TJ? Do you tell your friend that the wedding venue sucks, or do you just leave it?
Well, I would tell them that it sucks, but I would just say that there's that you've heard lots of like negative things, and that say them, and then they can take the information and do what they want with it. But at least if they have a shitty wedding, you know you did the right thing. And
What happens though?
No, Adam.
What happens though if you tell them the venue sucks and they have a great wedding?
why do I always have to do the right thing?
Like she said, what they do with that information is no.
But what if they have a great wedding? How does that make you look?
Yeah, then they're like, oh, well, it doesn't matter
This
because
is why
TJ hated it.
Shut up and stay out of it.
No.
Yeah, that's
Shut up.
what. Hey,
Stay out of
I
it.
just want to mind my business. That's all I want to do.
You're right.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Martina.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Enjoy school. And I know Seneca's back in class, and I think Humber's back, and I think there's a few colleges back, which is great.
Yeah.
Feels like a little normal. School's back a little later this week. Got a text here from 99999 or at 99999 from the 416. I told my family where we were getting married, and the uncle who no one likes said that our venue stunk. So no one believed him.
Why are you in charge of reading the text? You're just going to choose the ones that agree with you.
No. And in actual fact, she says she should have listened to this uncle. She said he's the uncle that no one likes. No one took him seriously. And our wedding was not great. She said specifically all of the beef was overcooked.
I don't understand how this is like my responsibility. Like, I get being a good friend, but like if you're putting a lot of money down, you're gonna read reviews, right? So like, why is it my fault that they didn't read reviews? If you go to a resort, you're gonna read reviews on a resort. You're spending a lot of money. You should do the same thing with your wedding venue.
No,
I'm not
it's not
Yelp.
the same.
I'm a
It's
person.
bigger. It's more important than a resort.
But
it's a one-time
How
thing.
nice would it feel? Just tell them the truth. Say, hey, and you don't have to do it in a mean way. Just be like, hey, this is what I heard about the venue. Just wanted to give you the heads up. Not sure if you want to take this into,
So here, when Jack says it doesn't sound so bad, but I feel like you or I delivering it,
it doesn't sound
so
good.
what I think you should do is get Jax to shoot a video and say, hey, I'm speaking for TJ as his representative here, but I'm super friendly and no matter what I say, people seem to like me. So I can get away. Because I feel like she's the only one that we know that can get away with this. It's 99.9 Virgin Radio.
What's trending?
And this is what's trending right now.
A sign that things are somewhat returning to normal. The Handmaid's Tale just began filming in Ontario again.
Oh my God.
Blessed be the fruit.
I too get references from that show.
Praise be.
Under his eye.
Brant County announced on Wednesday that they were pleased to welcome the crew back. Filming began on Thursday, and it's going to take place till the 22nd of September.
Off Jax, are you going to go see the filming location, kind of like you did last time?
You guys give me a hard time about that because I love that show so much. But also, we're kind of in the same dystopian mess that is Handmaid's Tale right now.
A little bit.
Maybe
not as bad.
But maybe I will drive down. Maybe I will.
Because, so remember, there's a scene in season 2, I think, that they're at Toronto City Hall.
Yeah.
And you can actually see it. And Jax definitely was like, I saw Elizabeth Moss!
I did.
I saw her!
And
she was there!
I think I remember this. And what did producer Jesse say?
What did you say, producer? I don't even know what you said.
Because I saw Elizabeth Moss in real life. And I wasn't very close. And then Jesse
said, you can too if you go on Google.
I'm from Nova Scotia. We don't have big stars.
No?
I know. Hey, it was Kris Jenner's call to pull the plug on Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Really?
Now the show is officially off, or going to be off television, so we need to do a postmortem on it. It was reportedly made by Kris after her daughters Kim and Kylie, perhaps you've heard of them, threatened to quit the show. This has obviously been in talk for some time. Kim and Kanye have been going through a lot of their own personal stuff together, and Kanye is refusing to put anything personal on the show, so it's been keeping Kim a little bit busy and making it more difficult for her to film. And, Kylie Jenner makes quite a bit of money outside of the show.
No way!
So apparently the only people who are upset that the show is done are Khloe Kardashian and Scott Disick.
I love Scott.
We all love
Scott's funny. Yeah. The thing is that there'll be more spin-offs. This isn't done. No. It's just the main show is done.
No. Yeah, that's what people celebrating its death online. It's like, don't celebrate. These people are going away. Yeah. Like, this doesn't mean that they're off TV.
Oh, yeah, they're super rich and they love to be famous. They're going away? Yeah, I don't think so.
If anything, there's going to be more of them because they're all going to get their own spin-off show.
That's right.
The City of Toronto just launched their Show Love TO campaign today. Lots of cool things are going down in the city, including Big Art TO, where you can explore art all over the city. That's starting on Wednesday. And there's also Stroll TO, where they're encouraging you to explore the city through self-guided tours, and that kicks off on Friday. If you want more info on Show Love TO, you can head to toronto.ca/showloveto.
Love it.
And that's what's trending on TJ.
That sounds like, in this era, sounds like a good date spot. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, because what... You can go to like the half-full restaurant and stuff like that, but then you take a little stroll afterwards. Let it digest.
Yes. You say like, hey, want to hold hands?
Or you don't ask, you just go for it?
No, you ask.
Don't you dare.
Okay, do you have a question? Okay. Do you go for it or do you ask first?
I ask.
For holding hands.
Go for it.
Did you go for it?
Yeah.
Did you do that with your new girlfriend?
Stop it, boys.
Did you?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I just like grabbed a little hand.
She's got little hands.
Yeah, me too.
We're learning so much about Jax's girl.
Little hands, light hearts.
Wow, the relationship reveals itself.
It's Virgin Mornings with Adam Wylde, TJ, and Jax.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
Good news for the single and visually challenged. I'm one of you. 2/3 of single people have officially lowered their standards.
Oh, good. Hey.
That's good news for everyone, isn't it?
So according to this new survey, because of the pandemic, singles are lowering their standards across the board. The main reasons is they haven't really liked being alone while quarantining, and they are getting a little bit worried about finding a relationship, especially if this second wave, which is probably definitely going to happen.
Yeah, you got to cozy up.
The survey found 3/4 of people say they've spent more time talking with people they met on dating apps before they got together during the time. And they're also saying that it's little things like you used to, because, the thing before the pandemic was be as picky as possible, right?
Yes, yeah.
You want to be picky because you don't, because the little thing, maybe you hate the way they brush their teeth. That's just going to keep bothering you. It's going to get worse.
Yep.
Maybe you don't like their morning breath. Things like that. Those are the things that at the end of the day, in a long-term relationship, can be a real problem.
Yeah.
I know that sounds ridiculous, but it can. However, we're talking just cuffing season. What's the big deal?
A cozy
Lower
cuff.
the standards.
A
Come on.
cozy cuff. Never hurt anybody.
I remember a big moment for me was when I lowered my standards a little bit. This is before COVID. And it was like, looking back on what I said, it was ridiculous. So I used to only want to date somebody that had watched the same TV shows as me. In my mind, I'm like, if they don't find Arrested Development funny, then they're not worth my time.
TJ, like,
I
No
swear.
way.
I swear.
You think he's kidding, but I don't think he's kidding.
No, he's 100% not.
I'm 100% not kidding, and I wish I could go back in the time machine and get myself a wedgie. I literally stopped talking to people on Twitter or on Tinder because they were like, yeah, I've never seen the rest of development. I'm like, well, if they don't know the exploits of the Bluth family, what's the point?
Well, the thing is, then you could just introduce them to it and you get to watch it again.
I know that now, but when I was 20, I was a goof.
I've dated people in the past who I've had like way too much in common with, and it becomes
a competition.
Yeah, a competition.
So when someone says to me they haven't seen Star Wars, I'm like, well, I got a weekend activity. Let's go.
It would help. It would help though if Star Wars was good.
Let's not do that.
Hot take. Hot take central.
Let's not do that.
Wow. Okay.
I can't even look at you when you're like
upset.
this.
Look at me.
I'm offended.
Look at
Don't
me.
you dare come after my culture like that. And by the way, we have money is the key word that you need to text us for $100,000. You can spend it on the entire DVD collection of Star Wars, all 9 movies. So you can send them to Jax's house.
Your money.
You can show her some culture.
Wow.
99.9 Virgin Radio. You got about a minute left to text in, by the way. It's Virgin Radio. And with school starting this week, we figured it was only fair that we all kind of ante up. You can text your secret to 99999, the thing that you've never told anyone, but you're willing to tell the entire city of Toronto because we're going to change your name.
Yeah.
So Edward from Alliston texted secret to 99999. When I was 15, I made some calls and arranged about $175 in booze to be picked up for a huge, quote, cast party. It was delivered to my parents' house, and I hid it under the front porch. Smart move.
Scandalous.
My mom saw me, and I told her, it would be better if you don't know. And she said, okay. And we left it at that. It was a great party. P.S. $175 in booze in 1980s booze was a lot of booze.
Yeah, I imagine
Well, I mean,
so.
it's still a lot now.
Mom
Even
sounds-
Texas Mickey would be enough.
Your mom sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Your mom's ride or die. Like, she just didn't ask
I was
questions.
like, shh, it's all right.
Yeah.
At a
got
certain
you.
point, too, I think as a parent, you probably just are so tired. You're just
Yeah.
like, I can't.
I got
Yeah.
3 more years of this. I'm out.
Yeah.
Also, at home drinking, like it versus out and about causing trouble.
Alice texted secret to 99999.
Okay.
She's from Toronto. Every few weeks, my friends and I would skip third period and go to the mall. And I would steal so much from Claire's.
Oh, no. Not Claire's.
Claire's.
I could get anyone anything. I had it down to a science. There was one of my friends was a part of a girl group that was busted at Scarborough Town Center when I was growing
ring.
up. Yeah, and they all had to do like community service hours.
Yeah.
And these were, it was shocking the people that were involved in this because these were all girls with like 80, 90 averages.
Yeah.
And all of us deadbeat dudes like with, I had like a mid-60s average or something like that. We're like, wow, like you guys are hardened criminals. And
It's how the Huns wanted to act out.
yeah.
I'm just surprised it wasn't our Deans, man. Better
Could've been-
better
It could've been
selection.
our
Security's
Deans,
too
you just
good.
wasn't
Better
caught at our
selection.
Deans.
They just wanted to feel something. They got used to the average of a 90 and they're like, I need some excitement in my life.
alive.
Better
Bella.
steal these bracelets.
Bella from Aurora texted secret to 99999. In grade 11, we went on a drama trip to New York. Me and my friends smuggled weed. Wow. And M.
Oh my God, what?
Wow. With us by putting in packages of our tampons and then resealing them
Oh, the
with a
girls.
bit of glue. What? Those 2 nights in the hotel were awesome. We talk about that pretty often.
I couldn't think
Getting
to do
wavy.
that now.
Getting wavy.
I'm
Okay.
in my 20s.
So I've got 2 then because I've got one that's just like that.
Okay.
So do you want the really bad one first? Or do you want the one that's just like that? I'll give you that one first.
Okay.
Start with
So
that.
class trip grade 10, I was part of the music program, and by that I was loosely in the choir.
Okay.
So I went, of course, on the music trip because we're going to Virginia Beach, and it was like, yeah, let's go to
Cool.
the beach. Awesome,
Yeah.
yeah. So we go on this trip, and one of my friends, Brandon, who I played hockey with, was a very tall Persian guy, and he had facial hair.
Yeah.
And none of us did. But he looked like a fully fledged adult while the rest of us looked like people in grade 10. So naturally, you go to the gas station in Virginia Beach and you shoulder tap for beer. And he got it. And we had 2 adjoining rooms and there was 8 of us in these 2 rooms.
Yeah.
And we had the entire group, the entire thing there, and threw in a huge party. One of our friends jumped off the 3rd floor balcony.
What?
Into the pool.
What?
It was
The
wild.
choir
Wild
gone
party.
wild.
Yeah, Sir Oliver Mowat going nuts. And our teachers came in and checked on us at one point, and we all like hid, and they didn't know.
But did you all take
They knew.
M like that girl did?
No, I don't
Okay,
know. I don't know about that.
yeah, you better- you better-
We would not have
sneak
done
it
the
in your
drug thing.
tampons?
Yeah,
You
no,
You better
no.
step it up there, old boy.
Okay, so this is the really bad one, and this this is why I probably
Worse
shouldn't.
than that?
I probably
Okay.
shouldn't have graduated. So
Okay.
Which, by the way, if you know me, you know I've already dropped out of university and college. So this is me as a trifecta.
He's hot.
Grade 11 math exam. And I am horrendous at math. But what I've decided to do in grade 11, because teachers scare you, teachers tell you if you don't take at least the mixed math course, because you get the high-end math, you get the mixed math, and you get the lower end. Foundations, yeah. I should have been in applied math. I should have absolutely been in applied math, but they're like, you'll never go to university if you take applied math.
You're like, I plan on dropping that.
100% BS, by the way. Don't listen to that. So anyway, I'm in this course. I'm dying. I'm absolutely dying on the vine in this course. I have a math tutor, and he can't help me. I'm just terrible at all this.
What did you do?
So I sit beside my friend in class, who is a 90 average, of course, for the exam. And I look over a couple times, copied some answers.
No.
I for sure cheated on the exam. Here's the thing.
They got arrested at Claire's for stealing.
They did not get arrested at Claire's. The teacher knew and caught me and brought it before the school. And there was an investigation.
This is so sexy.
What? But I did such a bad job in copying his answers that my answers were completely different.
Oh.
Adam.
Because I was so bad at math that even my cheating wasn't good enough to get me a passing grade on it. So they're like, this is so bad, there's no way he cheated. And
I want to be mad at you, but I'm also feeling so sorry for you.
Did you save you from yourself?
Yeah.
I did. My incompetence saved me from my incompetence. It's amazing. And I apologize to Miss Silver, Olive Sir Oliver Moa Collegiate. I absolutely did cheat on that exam. I just didn't cheat for any benefit.
Like, what you don't know is this is actually a ruse, and Jackson and I actually work for Sir Oliver Moa.
Yeah.
Listen, you can take the diploma now. Like, I don't know what it's going to do.
No, it's ours now.
Okay, well, I can't find it. It's in someone's basement somewhere.
It's in my basement.
You're a bad boy. Uh-oh.
I'm hot telling that story.
You're a star in my head.
With Adam Wylde, TJ and Jax.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
If you want to move, now would be the time. And I know it's a little bit weird with COVID, but some places in Toronto are up to $400 cheaper than they were 6 months ago. 12% is the average decrease in renting. 12%. Now, the average price of a one-bedroom is still $2,200 a month.
Give or take, yeah.
But it's a lot better than the $2,450 that it was a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And it's going to apparently continue to go down because people are leaving the city. I had somebody text me yesterday and let me know that they had finally bought a place, but they're buying outside of the city because their office has just completely disbanded. So the company that they work for has discovered they can do everything online.
And why rent a space?
Why
rent
have a space?
Yeah, true.
So everybody in the company is sort of moving to the outskirts of the city to buy where they're going to get a little bit more for their money, and you don't have to go anywhere.
Well, why would you? Right?
Why would you?
And how many more companies are going to be doing that? I moved in the middle of the pandemic. I moved in August.
Yeah, you got
Wasn't that bad, right?
a little dealsy, didn't you?
I did, yeah, because I was living right downtown, like right.
It was church in front, right?
Yeah, about there. And now I'm living in Liberty, so I have to go buy a French Bulldog. But other than that, it's been great. Got a way better deal on my place.
Only shop at Metro?
I only shop at Metro. I drink a lot of White Claws now.
Yeah.
I go to Williams Landing.
Yeah,
It's true, though,
on payday. On payday.
Williams Landing. Yo, Williams Landing and payday is insane. I don't know what's
bananas.
going. Wait till the TFC next summer when TFC's back. The Brazen Head's going to be ballistic. Yeah, it's awesome. Anyway, what were you gonna say?
No, it was just I saved a lot of money.
Yeah,
and it's funny because I thought I got a killer deal when I signed my lease in July.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But even now, when I like to look on the websites and stuff, it's even lower now.
Don't do that to yourself.
So I might move again.
Move into the same place again?
I'm going to move into the same place twice.
I'm going to move even further into Liberty Village.
Is it getting to the point now, though? Like, we've had rent control for a while, which has been a good thing. But I almost wondered, like, is it one of those things where you can go to your landlord eventually and go, listen, you're not going to find anyone else who's going to pay this price, so why don't you knock $100 a month off it?
So I tried that at my old place.
Did you?
And they laughed at me.
Oh, yeah.
They said, yeah, no, that's not happening. And then they're like, we're raising it $50 for the year because we can.
Who's this little vampire coming to make deals with us? Get out of here. Yeah.
It's also important that you know, and it's important to know your rights if you're renting and if you're a landlord, really, that for the next year, for calendar 2021, nobody's rent can go up.
Yeah.
So just know that.
That has been passed, yeah?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
So just know that is coming, and that evictions are going to be extremely difficult to carry out. So, don't have that same fear kind of hanging over your head. It's going to be a lot different different now.
Also, heads up, the LTA, like learning about landlord and tenant rights is like
Seriously.
super, super accessible online. So like, it's just look into everything because sometimes people will try to be greasy with you and that's not fair.
In this town?
No.
Come on now.
I, for one, am shocked to hear that.
New music.
It's Miley Cyrus, and this is my new single, Midnight Sky, on Virgin Radio.
Virgin Mornings.
With what's trending.
And this is what's trending right now.
The Toronto Isolation Center is open and it looks rather slick. So the center's for people with COVID or are at risk of getting someone sick in their household. So let's say, you live with someone who's maybe a nurse or a frontline worker or whatever, and you're like, okay, I just want to keep everybody safe. You can go stay here so that you're good to go. You just heal up there. The doors opened on September 12th, and Toronto Public Health will offer the option to go there, but it's completely voluntary. And they haven't revealed the location of it, but it looks like a redone hotel. Like, there are pictures of it, and I've honestly stayed at resorts that don't look this nice. It's really cool looking. Looks really sharp and clean. Justin Bieber has been teasing something for this Friday, and it's probably new music. And we say probably because on his Twitter, he tweeted a link that says jbsoon.com, and when you go there, it allows you to pre-save something on Spotify. So one could deduce that we're going to have new music from Justin Bieber this week.
Could be a podcast. Get those on Spotify.
I'd listen to it.
Him and Haley?
Would you? Based on their Facebook Watch TV show, that was the worst TV show that any of us have ever seen.
Hey, we're going to be in the kitchen. We're not going to have any microphones, and I'm going to make Haley listen to my music.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
That was literally what it was.
That was literally all it was,
I'm making him his favorite meal. It's spaghetti.
Yeah. I've never made this before.
We're canoeing. I wish I was a virgin when I met you. Like, just stuff like that. Like, you just said some crazy stuff.
He really loves God. That's what I got from it. Yeah.
Hey, if you like putting up your Christmas decorations and all your family shame you for it, don't let them, because according to experts, it will make you happier.
Yeah.
Especially this year. Steve McCowan, a psychoanalytical expert, believes, quote, in a world full of stress and anxiety, people like to associate the things that make them happy, and Christmas decorations evoke those strong feelings of childhood. Decorations are simply an anchor or pathway to those childhood magical emotions of excitement. So putting them up early extends the excitement.
Christmas, baby. That's all you need.
Are you saying that we should start playing Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas right now?
No.
I'm saying that I purposely got a job at Zellers when I was 18 in the mall so I could be closer to Christmas at the mall because I love Christmas that much.
How does working at Zellers get you closer to Christmas?
Because,
they had some big sales back then.
Yeah, Zellers was at Micmac Mall and I wanted to work there so I could be closer to
And they
Christmas.
had a restaurant?
Yeah, I was going to say, did they have the Zellers restaurant?
Yeah, Zell's. Yeah, they had the restaurant.
Please.
Zell hell. Come on.
Get a little boiled hot dog. Delicious.
The best way to eat hot dogs.
That was a
Don't
Zelly
at
gal. Zelly gal.
Let's get out of here. That's what's trending. I'm TJ.
Okay, so a couple big things happening at 8 o'clock. Obviously, there's a $100,000 keyword for Destroy Your Debt. The other thing we should probably let you know is that we're starting a brand new feature today. You've heard of Ghosted, right? You've heard Ghosted before. You know how that works. So I want you to imagine Ghosted, but with that friend that owes you money that's strangely been avoiding it. Because that's what we're going to do after 8 o'clock.
Oh, my God.
Seriously. It's 99.9 Virgin Radio.
Right now.
The Handmaid's Tale has begun filming in Ontario again. Go ahead, Adam and Jax. Say your lines from the show.
Blessed be the fruit.
Under his eye.
Praise be.
Of Jax. Because I'm of Jax.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm Jax's handmaid.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, flip that.
I don't know what that
Gender
means,
role.
but it sounds good.
Oh, you have to watch it. It's so good.
It's not good. You probably don't want to be in that position. But anyway.
Brant County announced on Wednesday that they were pleased to welcome the crew back. Filming began last Thursday. It's going to take place till September 22nd. Because of this delay in filming, because of, this whole global pandemic thing going on, the premiere of season 4 is pushed back into 2021.
Yes.
We were talking last week about the end of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and it turns out it was Kris Jenner's call to pull the plug on the show, and it was reportedly made after her daughters, Kim Kardashian and Kylie Jenner, perhaps you've heard of them, threatened to quit the show. Now, this has been in talks for a while. This isn't really news, but Kim and Kanye have, of course, been going through their own personal stuff, and Kanye had been refusing to put anything personal on the show, and Kim couldn't really film as much because of this, and of course, Kylie is worth quite a bit of money, so why not pull the plug now? Khloe Kardashian and Scott Disick are reportedly the only cast members on the show who are upset by the cancellation, and Khloe apparently has been in tears over the last few days.
She'll get a spinoff.
They all will. That's what, I don't understand. I can understand you not liking Keeping Up with the Kardashians and celebrating the fact that the show got canceled. I can buy that. But the belief that they're just off TV now, like there's gonna be more of them on TV
100%.
now. They're all getting their own spin-off.
There's also so many children that this will go on for generations.
Yes, it will.
And I love it.
The city of Toronto launched their Show Love TO campaign today. There's lots of cool things going down in the city, including Big Art TO, where you can explore art all over the land. That's starting on Wednesday. There's also Stroll TO, where they're encouraging you to explore the city through self-guided tours, and that kicks off on Friday. If you want some more info about everything that's going on, you can go to toronto.ca/showloveto. And that's what's trending. I'm TJ.
Thank you, TJ. The entire show will be available just after around 10 o'clock at 999virginradio.ca for you to watch. You can also listen to the podcast on iHeartRadio or Spotify, and you can watch the brand new thing that we launched this morning, Where's My Money? And we're calling it Where's My Money Mondays. It's like Ghosted, only instead of finding out why they ghosted you, we're finding out why they didn't pay you back. You can sign up too. If you got one of those friends. 999virginradio.ca. Robin is up next. She's got a keyword for $100,000 to destroy your debt. 10 o'clock. Have a great morning. It's Virgin Radio.
If I woke up without your eyes.